Dead Rails, unique zombie apocalypse game that saw major success. But do we really know what happened in Dead Rails universe and what caused all events in the game, including zombie apocalypse? In this video, we will go through the entire lore of Dead Rails so far. What went so horribly wrong? That's the right question to ask in Dead Rails. It all started in 1895 when US government reached out to Nikola Tesla, who, for some reason, is in middle of desert in his laboratory. They sent him a telegraph saying that they are sending him funds to develop a bioweapon that is supposed to mimic effects of the yellow fever and that they need prototype by the next year. And Tesla manages to complete the prototype ahead of the schedule, with then military sending him telegraph on January 2nd, 1896 thanking him for his swiftness and ordering 100 barrels of his prototype called Agent 15. But then, the downfall of Nikola Tesla starts. Soon enough, he and his workers are infected by their own bioweapon and his workers are turned into zombies. Meanwhile, Tesla gets his brain removed and put in a jar in order to survive and avoid brain infection. Before the brain removal, Tesla leaves a note with instructions to have his brain taken to the top scientists in order to rebuild him. And that's how Nikola Tesla's story ends, at least for now. Next, what we are going to talk about is Captain Prescott and what happened to him and his men. On February 6, 1898, Captain Prescott receives a telegraph from U.S. government stating that he and his men will be expecting shipments of Agent 15, the prototype of Tesla's bioweapon, with orders to hold onto the barrels for 2 days before a carrier picks them up and delivers them to the USS Maine. 10 days after that, Captain Prescott receives an urgent order to burn all telegraphs about Agent 15 in the USS Maine. By the fact that we can find telegraphs about both Agent 15 and USS Maine that were sent to the Captain Prescott, we can tell that he did not listen to orders from the government, or at least didn't burn all of the telegraphs for whatever reason. A day later, Prescott is ordered to reply to the chain of command or be labeled a traitor and deserter, which probably means that he stopped responding, and they also eventually place bounty on him. After that, we don't know what happened to Prescott and his men. We only know that they are eventually turned into zombies and that they reside in Fort Constitution. The next major event that is relevant for lore is the Sterling incident in the mining town of Sterling. We don't know when exactly this event occurred, and we don't know much about it. The miners were mysteriously going missing, and no one knew why. It's possible that zombies killed them, or that something happened to them due to the presence of jade tablets, mask, and sword. It is also likely that those miners now became skeletons, but we don't know why and how exactly. On June 21, 1899, a virus began spreading through the United States. Government thought that it's just a new form of influenza, but unfortunately for everyone, it was indeed not just another form of influenza. The first stages of symptoms were fever, and the effects included violent tendencies and unexplained mental effects. This virus seems to be only working on humans. Soon after that, lots of towns began reporting lootings, which were mostly caused by the panic and the symptoms of the virus itself. After only 4 days of the outbreak, President McKinley has ordered martial law and urges anyone willing to join the arms in efforts to regain control. And on July 5, 1899, government announces that Mexican scientists have found cure and urges everyone alive to travel to Mexico in order to receive it. This is where us players come in, and we start our long journey to the Mexico. And that's pretty much everything we know about Dead Rail's lore so far. We still don't have any explanations for vampires and werewolves. However, they could potentially be linked to the Jade Mask and other stuff, but I'm not sure how likely that is. Note that lore might change, and that this video could become outdated as we get more lore. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Bye.